Very good morning, dear student. So today in the Python Panda programming section, today I am going to show you the mathematical implementation, the different mathematical implementation. The power means suppose 2 to the power of 2, what it will be, isn't it? Power and interest that will going to use the power to calculate the different type of programs. Okay, so that is what today's basic topic is. That means based on the mathematical calculation we will going to do it. Slowly and slowly we are moving towards the conditions, different conditions, and as we are moving to the conditions, that means we will go inside the loop in the forthcoming videos. Okay, so this is what you can see, that how we can implement the power, how we can make the different type of mathematical implementation, and how we can work with a different type of mathematical implementation. That is what is the basic requirement. That is what you will going to see in today's videos of the program. Let us start. So as we are discussing about the power means what you see here, how we can give the power, how we can bring that particular, how we write the power. Suppose here I am writing here 2. Okay, 2, then here I am giving the power 2 to the power of 2. Okay, so 2 to the power of 2, 2 to the power of 2 means what? 2 to the power of 2 means 4, isn't it? So if I give here that 3, okay, if I give here 3 to the power of what? 3 to the power of 4, that means what? 3 will be multiplied by 4 times, isn't it? That means 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. So what it will be? Your output will be what? 3 3s are 9, 9 3s are how much? 9 3s are 27, and then 27 to be multiplied with 3, isn't it? 27 to be multiplied with 3, that means this part 27 into 3 means how much? Is it? So this is what you will going to find it, that these are the different types of things that you will going to implement in the particular power. That means when you give a power, this is the power, you can implement it here and you can work with the power. Now see the particular program. Okay, what is the particular program? Is program here you can find that we want to find out the exponent of a number. So exponent of a number means here that this the particular thing will be worked in the form of a particular extension pattern, isn't it? Particular extension pattern, that means the program to find the exponent of a number. What is the exponent of a number? That you will going to find it. Exponent means the power of it. So what has been taken? See here, first has been taken x. X equals to what it has written? Integer. Okay, integer, then input, then a particular instruction is there. Okay, integer, then input, particular instruction is there. Instruction is that enter the number. That means what number you want to enter here. Now this is the thing what you can see. This is the part what you can find, that you will going to have this particular structure, and you will going to make the particular structure in such a way, in such a form that you will going to have a particular pattern to be implemented. Now int means what? It is an integer pattern. So as int is there, int is an integer pattern. This particular thing what you can find it, that what we are doing, we are giving one function, we are taking one function, that is input function, isn't it? So input function will going to have what? That you are going to have this particular the number, a number that you will going to include in this particular area, isn't it? You will going to have a number that you will going to include in a particular area. So you can find it that how the number will going to work. Okay, so how the number is working, let us see the particular structure of the particular thing, that what the instruction you are giving, what pattern of instruction you are giving, that the particular instruction that you find it that will be implemented in this area. Okay, so you are giving the instruction that enter a number, that this the particular thing you can give by your own in any way or any manner. Okay, any way or any manner you can give it. Okay, next what it has been given, int input extended to the power, that means what will be the power. Clear? What will be the power that you input that particular value. Okay, now result is what? Result is POW. POW is what? Say POW means a function. Okay, POW is a function, this particular function of what? X and Y. So x and y means x and the next one will going to be the power, x to the power, x power is what? Y. So what it is written, print x to the power of then y. So this way when you called it, suppose when I calling the x, that it will take the x value, then comma, then one portion of the writing is there, then comma, then another portion of the writing is there, then what you can find, a comma is given, and then is equals to what? Result. When we are storing the value, we are storing it in result. So this is how you can see it, this is how you can find it, that when you are working with different types of values, when you are working with a different pattern of value, first and foremost what is your requirement? Your requirement is to make the particular what? Make the particular structure, isn't it? What structure you are making it here, what structure you are doing it here? The structure that you are making it here, that is first and foremost you have to think that when you do the program, what are the things that you have your requirement. Like here what we are taking here, two variables. Why two variables? Because we can find here that these the two variables what are there, they are sufficient for this particular purpose, isn't it? So when they are sufficient for this particular purpose, then they will going to make this particular work what? Easier for us, isn't it? They will make it the work easier for us, and you will going to make the work very much workable, isn't it? You can make the particular work very much workable. So this is the thing what you can find, this is the part that you can find, that they will going to have this particular structures, and they are making those particular pattern of the structures. Okay, so those the particular pattern of the structures that you have, those the particular pattern of the structures that you can find, that we all are having those similar pattern of the structures. That means first you have to declare the data type, and when the data type has been declared, in that particular data type what it has been declared there, you see here in this particular data type it has declared that what is the thing to be done, what is the function to be implemented. So first data type is an integer data type, and after the integer data type what it has been done here, the particular work that has been done for it is what? The power, isn't it? So integer data type that to be inputted. Okay, we need to input the integer data type, that is what has been done here at the first. So input function has been taken. Now why input function has been taken? Because here the value is taken from the user itself. Okay, so when the value is taken from the user itself, that means we can find here that they are been extended and they are been working in this particular way. Now what has been used? A power function, POW, power function has been used here. As the power function has been used here, based on this power function what it will going to do? It will do the calculations, power calculations. Okay, after it do the power calculations, then what you see that we are printing out the result. The result is to be printed out. So this is how you can find it. The structures what is there, the structure is framed and we calculate that particular structures. Now let us see what is the output for it. So now see here the particular thing when I have run here, what it has been done, enter the first number. Suppose I have given the first number 5. Okay, next then what to do? You have to press enter sign. So after pressing the enter, the second instruction come in front of the screen, extended to the power. That means what power you want to give. Suppose I want to give 3. Okay, so as you want to give 3, now what to do? Now you have to press again enter. When you press enter, you see 5 to the power of 3 is 125. That means here what it is showing you, the inside work what is been done by it. the inside power function that you are using here, and using the power function that you are completing your program. Based on that, what you can find it that this the particular thing has been sorry, has been done and executed. So as it has been done and executed, you are not doing here anything. Okay, you are not doing here anything, just you have called the power function and you have given the values. As the user gives the values, based on that values what we can find it, the thing will going to work. Okay, what is the thing is there, that particular thing will going to work, and based on that particular area we can find it, the structures can be made. Okay, this the structures can be made. So this is how you can find it, that how you are making the particular structures and how you are working with this particular structure. Okay, so this is the particular program, this is the particular program output. In this output you find it that in this particular program we have combined the different type of data, different patterns of values has been given, and as we are giving the different type of values, they are working with the help of what? Power functions. That means what is the power of it. Okay, as we find the power of it, based on that the thing will going to work. Now second program I am going to show you based on this power only. Let's see what is the second program is. Now see the second program. What is the second program? This is a program which will going to calculate a compound interest. Compound interest formula, I think all of you know it. Compound interest and the amount. Compound interest is power of that we are going to do that particular work. Okay, now here you see it that when we are previously you have seen that we have taken the particular variables. Now you have to think that how many variable we do required here. What is the requirement of the variable? That means one for a compound interest, when we are doing a compound interest, what you require? You require a principal, you require a rate, and you require a time. So those the principal, rate and time, now those the values, what is your requirement? You have to take it from the user. Okay, you have to take the particular thing from the user. So as you are taking it from the user, this the particular thing, this the particular structures that you can find, that you will going to work on it. You will going to find that you will going to make the particular thing to be worked with. That what we are seeing, you what you find it that at this particular moment this is being at this moment what you can find it, that those the thing will going to work on this particular area, isn't it? Those the particular sections what you have, those the particular part that you are having, that will going to work on this particular area. So as you are working them in this particular area, you can find it that you are having a certain pattern of structures and you are moving with a certain pattern of structures. Clear? So as you are moving with a certain pattern of structures, as you are having the certain pattern of structures, this is the structure what you have framed. What you have framed, see, P equals to what I have written here, float. That means previously you have seen I have written int. Now I am writing float. Float means I am calling the floating point decimal number. Okay, decimal number. Now here what I have given as this is the float, and under the float what I have given here, input function I have called here, enter the principal amount. Okay, next what, r equals to float, input, enter the interest. Next t equals to float, enter the time. So this is what you can find it, the thing is there. Then result what we have done, p as into power of what? Power of this 1 plus r by 100 comma t, that means into t. Okay, so this is an interest is what? Interest equals to result minus p, that will be the interest. So we are printing this, we are finding it that those the values to be printed out, and we can see it that how the thing is been printed here. Okay, how the thing is printed here. Now again I am describing the particular structure. In this particular structure, what we have, we are calculating the compound interest. Compound interest formula, simple interest P into R into T by 100, and it is P into the power of S into or the P into power of 1 plus R minus R by 100 into T, isn't it? So R by 100 into T, what we have done it here, see here, POW, then the bracket open, then within a bracket 1 plus R divide slash 100. Now what this slash will going to give you? Slash will not going to give you the quotient or remainder. What it will going to give you? Will it give you the quotient or will it give you the remainder? It will give you the quotient, not a remainder. Okay, if any remainder is there, that will not be accepted here. Only the quotient portion value will be taken here. After taking the quotient portion value, that will be added with 1, and that then it will be multiplied. See, nothing is given there, comma t means it will be multiplied with t. T means the time. Then that is the power of p. So p means the principal power. It will going to calculate that principal power, isn't it? So what the generally what we will going to find, the thing will come in a floating point base. So when it will come in a floating point base, so those the variable declaration what I have done here, floating point. So from here you can understand or you can think about the matter that when we are declaring any variable, what type of value we will going to insert there, what pattern of value we are inserting in this particular variable, that you have to see very nicely. That the thing you have to look very nicely, because if you are not concentrating on that particular manner, then you cannot do the particular work properly. So what the value we are doing with, we are working with a floating point value. So as we are working with a floating point value, that means there the number will as we calculate, we know compound interest value will come in a floating point. So we will going to give it in a floating point, and based on the floating point what it will going to be consumed. Okay, the thing will be work in this particular area, the thing will be find in this particular form. Okay, so this is what you can see, this is what you can find, that when you are declaring a particular values, when you are working on the particular value, you see it that how the particular value will going to execute. That means what is your basic requirement. Previously you have seen what I have given, integer. Now in this also I can give integer, but integer will not work. Why? Because the number will come in a some decimal formations or decimal part. So when number comes in a decimal formation or decimal part, that means when I give this power into that, that means those the decimal value can be easily accepted. If I give it in integer, only that particular quotient will come without a decimal place, isn't it? But if there is some value comes like that, where many decimal after decimal point it will going to run for many times, that will going to come here and that will going to work here, isn't it? So this is what the thing is, that means when you want to build up a program, you have to think for it, that when I am building up a program, what is the requirement for the program and what we will going to give. So let us now run the program and see what is the output it will going to show to us. Now see what it has shown to you. Enter the principal. Suppose principal I am giving 7,000 rupees. Okay, interest rate suppose 5%. Year suppose 6 year. See here, amount is this. Okay, and compound interest is this. So interest is 2380.69, all this. That means why it came, because I have given here decimal point number, amount total and adding with a principal. That means what it is coming 9380, add it 2380 with 7000 will become a 9380, and with that the decimal numbers what are there, 66948437503, isn't it? So this is what the decimal values that it will going to come, and based on these decimal values or floating point number values, the thing has been executed. So previous one, you see the first one there, we have given a certain pattern of values. Here we have given a certain pattern of declarations. So declaration in each and every cases is different. Okay, each and every case is different. Why? Because depending on the requirement of that particular program, that what pattern of program that we are doing and what pattern of program we are executing with. Clear? So this is what you can find it, that you can work with a program, you can make the program executable, and as you make the program executable, some basic thing you have to keep in mind, that what is the structure of a program, what type of program we are doing, and what is the basic requirement for that particular program. If you remember those things, then you can easily do the program and you can make up the successful program. Okay, so thank you all. I am ending my today's session here. Thank you all very much.